like this bit where we don't know what we're doing.
I mean, that's the whole episode.
Bloopers. That was not my ceiling. Hi, and welcome to the Big Sis Little Bro Making Show. Ding. I am Jess, I'm the big sis. I live in Oxfordshire with my husband and my little girl.
And I'm Jack, I'm the little bro, and I live in Oxford. And before we get going, I just wanted to say, oh my goodness, we are absolutely blown away by all of the love and the appreciation. I mean, the shout outs, the follows, the feedback we've had has been just
astronomical.
I can't get my head around it.
Out of this world. I could cry, but in a nice way.
I really thought we'd only have like 7.5 people and we'd be related to all of them.
Yeah, me too. I thought there'd be 10 views and 9 of them would be Mum. The other one would be us. So thank you so much. The comments on YouTube as well have been, you're all just so lovely. We love you. So many people, essentially, what's happened, I can't do increases. It turns out I'm doing them wrong. So many people wrote back with brilliant tips. And I was like, oh, you're all saying similar things and that's not what I do. So we've learned from that. Wonderful pattern suggestions for you. You need to like trawl through them and there's going to be some amazing things.
I'm so excited to look at it properly. It's been overwhelming in an amazing way. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, and like people all around the world. I mean, maybe they're just inspired by our geography backdrop, but
it must be.
Thank you so much, everybody. You guys rock. And yeah, the amount of people who've like signposted us and shared for us, and yeah, if you like us, please continue to do that. We would just love to hear from you. We love to hear your thoughts, what you're making, and yeah, you guys are just awesome.
Really awesome. So this time we're going to follow a similar kind of format to last time we had. We're going to start with our finished stuff, aren't we? And then we'll dive into the whip pile. And then we're going to chat a little bit of knitting philosophy, which I like to call the knitosophy, but maybe that's just me.
Yes. It's just us, but it's both of us.
Yes, okay, so we've got some knitosophy. And then what's happening after that?
After that, we will do our swag. I feel like we need little theme tunes for these bits. Swag.
Perhaps we should try and put them in.
Are we the new Tom and Susie? Clang. I wish. And then at the very end, we'll do our 3 nice things. It's been so lovely. At least 2 other wonderful podcasters have taken on the 3 nice things. It just warms our hearts. It's so lovely. Let's just keep spreading the joy. Anybody who wants to take it and run with it for your own podcasts, please do. We just want to spread some positivity in the world.
Definitely. So where should we start? Let's do some finished stuff.
I will say I finished this about 20 minutes ago, and it wouldn't be me if I'd woven in my ends, so obviously I haven't. If you are the kind of person who has a nervous disposition about ends, maybe just skip half a minute. I'm very sorry. So this I showed last time when I think I had got to about there, actually. I think I'd done 4 or 5 colours, and it has now grown significantly. There are reasons I'm not a singer. So yeah, it's got loads and loads of colours. I'm sorry about the ends. It's really bright and cheerful. I'm sorry, I just completely disappeared from the shot. I think that's
absolutely gorgeous.
It's very, very full of joy. I will say my worry about it has come to fruition, which is that it is much, much wider than it is long. So I think we're styling this as a lap blanket. Like it'll cover
or like
the lap.
The foot of the bed.
Oh,
like
a footer. Is that a thing?
Hotels.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of vibe, just like a little thing to keep you a little bit cozy. The yarn, I did talk about this a little bit last time, so if you're super interested, then you can go back and look. But the yarn is Yarn and Colours Epic, which is a cotton. I used a 5mm hook, and the pattern is I always get this wrong, I want to say Neat Ripple Baby Blanket, or maybe just Blanket by Attic24. Wonderful resource full of free patterns. the only thing I would say, I love crochet because it's so quick, in theory, but I did find this yarn, especially close to the end, I don't know if I was just getting quite hot and bothered and annoyed, but it's a bit splitty sometimes because you've got the sort of several strands, and sometimes it was the hook and the strands were not having a wonderful marriage. And so that's, I guess, one of the things about cotton in general, or like I was going to say high twist, like I know what I'm talking about, is just that you've got a lot of strands and they can get a bit...
That's a technical term, right?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
So I have to admit I didn't love the entire process, but it's a wonderful pattern. It's not the pattern's issue, it's my rage levels. So yeah, that's done. I promise I do weave in ends eventually.
I mean, we've yet to see it, but sure.
It's happen. Go.
So I have to confess, I'm a way slower creator than you, and therefore I do not have a photo this time. I haven't finished anything.
Oh, yeah. You just told me that before the podcast.
Yeah.
I just dropped you right in it.
I'm more like
process.
You're quite product driven. I think you have an amazing ability to create, and
That's
also just to give myself an excuse. The weather here has been so hot. The knitting has been so sticky, and I just can't, sometimes I can't pick it up.
It's a measure of our dedication to this podcast and to you all that we have turned off the fan so you can hear us. It was potentially an unwise decision. We are both extremely shiny.
It's true. So I'll be jumping into whips.
Yes.
But do you have, is that your...
I've got 2 whips.
Okay.
Have I? Yes, I've got 2, and then the question of the sock. So shall I do one and then you do one?
Yes. Should I edit this bit out where we fuss about what we're doing?
Or you can leave it in and everyone can see how professional we are. So this I talked about last time is the wonderful Tin Can Knits, the Mountain Mist jumper, sweater. I did actually put in the Progress Keeper from the wonderful Becky of Bex Creates last time, and I have done that much, which actually doesn't look like very much now. But it does mean I have split for the sleeves and I'm now onto the body. And that all happened really quickly, actually. The short rows were absolutely fine. I just watched a tutorial and they're dead easy once you actually get yourself going on them. As I said before, the yarn is beautiful. It drops charisma. I will put all the colours down below and things, but they're really lovely, very sort of deep tonal, rich colours. Which I think I showed last time, and the light is not fantastic today, it's extremely bright, but hopefully you can see there's quite a lot of variation in there.
Beautiful,
it's really lovely. The only thing is, in a heat wave, it's not the one. So I've just put it down in a corner because my hands are sweaty just thinking about it. So yeah, 5mm needles. I was going to say hook, that's the wrong craft. So it does fly by quite quickly, but now we're on Body Island with no cocktails in sight. So I'll try and make some progress before the next podcast.
You might have to... I'm completely with you on the Body Island issue. You all made such lovely comments on my
beautiful sweater
Serdar jumper that I mispronounced last time. And it's really given me a bit of a kick and a bit more joy of the jumper, which has been fantastic. But like you're saying, on the body, the progress looks really slow. I think I've done maybe another inch.
That's a lot.
But it's a lot for me. Yes.
Patronising clap.
But my other whip is my Peacock sock, which I did show last time. I had done the...
Please hold. He is still here.
I had done, I think, the cuff, and now I've got down to the heel.
Look at all that progress.
The thing is, it's way easier to knit the sock in the heat wave because it's so thin and light. It's preferable to the jumper, so I've just obsessively been doing this. But I'm working on a shadow up heel, which is my favourite. It's
love it so
much. Straightforward for, even me. I'm not very technical, but even I can manage it. So yeah, love it.
We'll link the shadow wrap down below. And
yes.
I've forgotten her name, but the amazing pattern writer who has the shadow wrap pattern, I think she also has a wonderful podcast, but of course I'm hot, so I can't remember anything. But we will link things down below.
We will. And I should say the colourway here is the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply Peacock, which I really love all the different colours together.
It's very our vibes. You may or may not have gained from everything we wear and knit.
So that's my major whip, but I think you've got more, haven't you?
So I have. This next one is one that I hadn't actually started last time. I was knit-fluenced. Sorry if you can hear the baby next door. She's having a bougie lunch of quiche and salad. So not on her own, obviously. She's being supervised. So we went on a lovely visit to the Oxford yarn store recently, and it would have been rude not to buy something. So
we had to.
I got knit-fluenced. I think I've really not. I'm not sure it's going to catch on, is it?
Look, if we can say knitosophy, we can say knit-fluenced.
I've been knit-fluenced to buy some fluffy yarn, which I'm actually going to talk about a bit later. But it was because I saw it. We went when it was incredibly hot, like even hotter than it is now, to the point where like, I think we were genuinely, for the first time in our lives, slightly upset to be in a shop surrounded by wool. And there was this beautiful sample of a very light, gossamery, fairy dust vibes kind of scarf. And I was just like, I could wear that. I could knit that now. It's so light and airy. And it is, because it's beautifully soft and fluffy and light and nothingy. The thing I hadn't really thought about is knitting with fluffy, sticky yarn when you're hot is actually completely torturous. So that was my bad. But the yarn I will talk about later, it's an alpaca because mohair makes me rashy. But it's just the fluff held on its own and then knitted with a very big needle, so it's a very big gauge. I'm actually a super tight knitter, so it's not as big as it could be. And they had written a little very simple pattern that was pretty much cast on this many stitches and knit forever. Garter stitch. I of course did my own thing, so I ignored both the size of the needle and the amount of stitches, and I should probably have not ignored both of those things. So I'm doing a 5.5mm. They suggested a 6. I should defo have used at least a 6. I'm not ripping out fluff. And then I think they said 90 stitches across, but they were using 3 balls and I'm a cheapskate, so I only bought 2 and I've done 55 across.
But it's giving you some lovely width, actually.
It's very, and it'll just be a little.
Yes. For when the season changes, which I can't wait for. I love autumn. I'm ready for it.
One day. Oh, should I talk about the dilemma?
Oh, the dilemma,
It's not really a dilemma. I think we all know the answer. I forgot to say, this bag, we're rubbish with the bags.
Oh, we need
this.
Yeah.
I think I got this. I got this from Sorry to any Nordic listeners out there. I mean, we call it Sostenito Gruto, which doesn't help at all. This place, which is probably upside down and or backwards or whatever, which we'll write down below. It's just a little wash bag. It's lovely. This bag, on the other hand, is super cute, and I made it myself. If anyone knows of the dodgy bags from the wonderful Ali, this couldn't be a more dodgy bag. Yeah, my skills lie not in sewing. So essentially I started a sock and I hate it. The yarn is so beautiful, like texture-wise. It's not the one. I really hate the colours. I'm so sorry. It's not working for me at all.
Sometimes that's just in the way something knits up.
Do I just frog it? Do I frog it? Does anyone want it? Like, do you want it? Does anyone want this presumably lovely yarn? I mean, it's so nice. It's like a merino sock. It's I can't even remember what it is. Yarn Smiths, I think it's their merino sock, and it's so soft and it's really lovely. just hate the colours.
It's the way it's knitting
Sorry.
up isn't just with your gauge, and
So diplomatic.
it's not working. It's not working, but that's fine.
It's not bringing me joy. Marie Kondo would tell me to expel it from my house. So, any ideas for whether or not something else might look better? It's quite a sort of variegated. It's clearly supposed to stripe and pattern quite frequently on a sock, but I'm not enjoying the colours. I don't know whether to just give it away or but I've used some of it, so it's not quite a full skein. Try and make something else out of it, but I just anyway.
Let's see what the wonderful people say.
Yeah. If anyone has any plans or ideas that I could use a really ugly yarn for, that's lovely and soft.
I want to talk a little bit about the philosophy side of it. You know I love that. And we had actually some wonderful suggestions, didn't we, about what we could talk about for this.
We did. So a few people in the comments actually, from our last video, asked us how we both got into knitting.
Oh, well, so yeah, I will kick us off. I did do some knitting at school a million years ago, but what really got me going
12 whole years ago.
Funny. What really got me going kind of on this knitting kick of my life is that I saw a scarf in a film and I absolutely loved it, and I looked for it, couldn't find it, and so I thought I'd make it, and it came out absolutely horribly because I didn't know what I was doing. But
that's an exaggeration.
You're kind. It's not. But that I did get the bug from doing that, and I mean I like to think we sort of egg each other on, don't we, with the knitting. Yeah. How about you? How did you get into it?
Well, also at school, unsurprisingly, given that we went to the same school, and we were taught to knit. It was a Steiner school. It was wonderful at the time, very small little countryside school. I remember sitting in the classroom just like cosy in a little circle, all knitting. And I do remember the first thing we made was a pair of socks, which now seems wildly ambitious. And I do know that when we got to the heel, I remember just handing it to the teacher, and she was just like boop 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 boop, and then, I mean, presumably at least an hour later or in the next class, handed it back, and I carried on. But that was probably the real first. But then we both sort of picked up and put down a little bit. And then actually when I moved to Oxford 10 years ago now, when I was 14, I started a new job at the university and suddenly had a lot of free time around after the job, didn't know what to do with myself, took up a whole load of new hobbies, including knitting, and then made a wonderful friend through work, actually. I think she spotted me knitting on a lunch break or something, and she's now pretty much our best pal, isn't she? She's wonderful. Shout out to Rosie. And she encouraged me to join a local knitting group, and it spiraled from there. I remember saying in one of the first knitting groups, guys, I just don't know what to do. I'm going to have to get like a second plastic box for my stash. It's so massive. And everyone was like, and now my stash is unspeakable.
I mean, it's a beautiful stash, but it's taking over their house, isn't it?
It's a curated collection. So yeah, I think we do, as you say, egg each other on. Obviously, we both watch a lot of knitting podcasts, and that's really got us into this wonderful community. So many lovely people wrote back about the spicy brains. So many of us have spicy brains, and so many people have, like us, find the actual movement and the crafting and the kind of repetitive nature and things just really soothing. So I think that's probably what's made us carry on. So
definitely is. You know, I'm really curious about the people watching as well. You know, how did you get into knitting? Or
tell us.
Do you just like watching the knitting but find it hard to do, which is true of some people I've spoken to.
Does anybody do any more summer appropriate crafts?
Oh yes.
Feeling like we need to take up cross stitch again.
That would be good.
2 little Victorian maids. I think we could rock that. I actually love cross stitch, no shade. I'm not shading it at all. I adore it.
I adore it so much that I'm furious that I can't do it very well. I can do it, but it just doesn't look completely impeccable, and therefore I get really angry about that.
Completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yes, tell us what you do. Tell us how you got into it.
Please.
We're incredibly nosy, so we'd love to hear from you.
We definitely would.
Yeah.
And you know what I would love? I want to hear about your swag.
Okay. Swag.
Tell me what's been happening.
My hands are actually sweating because it's so hot. So
Yes.
sorry if you can all pick that up on camera. So the first thing is the fluff which I spoiled earlier. Spoiled, not spoiled. So this is, I've never used this before. It's mowed at Rowan. I'm pretty sure all of these are coming up backwards.
No.
Are they not?
I don't
Otherwise
think so.
it's completely pointless unless you are very good at reading backwards. So it's called Mowed at Rowan Alpaca Haze Everyday Luxury. Feels like an oxymoron. So it's, as with a lot of fluffs, you get it in a 25-gram ball, which feels tiny but actually has a huge meterage. So this is 212 meters or 233 yards, which I want to say with truly misplaced confidence is potentially some sort of lace weight. It's 58% alpaca, 22% wool and 20% polyamide, and the shade is 012, which is a kind of, it looks, it's pretty true to that. It's a slightly grey kind of off-white, but it's not like a grey, and it actually is kind of picking up the slight sort of sea blue of my top, but it's quite kind of neutral grey. It's very unlike me, but I just thought maybe autumn will be, this is too hot, autumn will be my season of pale neutrals. She says, picking up the next bit of swag, which is in no way neutral.
But it is gorgeous, and I'm totally biased.
Shall I talk about it before yours? I've butted in again.
Go on. No, go for it.
I've flung it onto the camera now. So when we went to the Big Flock Yarn Festival recently, which essentially is what's kicked off this podcast, because we've met some wonderful people, and the baby's crying, and told them we wanted to start a podcast, and they were incredibly supportive. So thank you, everybody. And we spent all day wandering around, overwhelmed by beautiful yarns, and then we bought everything in our budget and more. And then at the very end, I spotted this yarn from Botanical Yarns, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I've got a bag full of yarn already, and a house full of yarn at home. I've got enough, it's all fine. And I was like, it's fine, I'm not upset about this at all. And then about a week later in the post arrived this joyous, wonderful, beautiful, neon, rainbowy goodness. Who had purchased it?
I mean, we were just talking about it so much in the car on the way home that I knew that you needed it. And also your stash isn't big enough yet, so yeah. Yeah, we're both pretty enamoured with it. Yeah,
it's so
it's
lovely,
absolutely beautiful.
So it's Botanical Yarn, which is, it's 4-ply super wash, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, 425 meters. So very standard sock weight.
My favourite bit is the name.
The name is Birthday Cake, which is perfect. I mean, look, it's just, I don't know what to make with it. It's so lovely. Like this is the bit. It's these like, just
another hat. Could be.
A knitted beard, perchance.
Yes.
So as usual, I mean, to be honest, I'm probably going to go through some of the pattern suggestions from your yarn last time and see if there's anything with one skein or something I could add stash to. So
what do you reckon?
Thank you so much.
One skein wonders.
One skein wonders.
Yes.
That would show off a wonderful, joyous yarn.
I love that. When you bought your grey floofy yarn that you were just showing, I was with you because I don't let you buy any yarn if I'm not there. And I had to get a tiny little skein of the CoopKnits socks, yeah.
I think you mean socks, yeah!
I do. In this really lovely colour, which I think is called Chryso, is it?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm going to link that below. But it's got so many different layers of light blue in it. Now look, it is not really big enough to make a pair of socks. But I thought I could make shorty socks. I could get a pair of shorties out of it. Which that would be a good summer knit, right? So that's my plan.
You could always add some contrast heels, toes and cuffs.
Contrast. What shall I contrast it with? Oh, you can help me here. This is so exciting. Yes, that's the plan. Maybe something neon. I've wondered this so much, it's now coming apart in my hands. So yeah, that's my latest little bit of swag. Now it's time for 3 nice things. Do you want to kick off?
Yeah, sure. What did we do last time? Did we go me, you, me, you, me, you? Or
not a clue. Don't remember.
Well,
that
consistency
was
is overrated. So the first one I'm going to do is another shout out. So I know last time I shouted out a podcast. This is probably going to be a regular feature because I watch a lot of podcasts and they're all awesome. So the first one is, I mentioned her earlier, Ali, of 2 channels actually. Little Drops of Wonderful, which is her sort of making channel, and This Little Wonderful Life, which is her sort of lifestyle vlogging channel. Ali is just so lovely.
She's love Ali.
So lovely. I can't really describe how just content and happy I feel when I watch her content. It's so positive and she makes lovely things, but she's also real and she doesn't sort of sugarcoat over things like the fact that she's not a fan of summer. Join the club, Ali. We are not fans of summer either, but actually she's spoken really interestingly, quite genuinely about how summer is a real struggle for her. She just does brilliant like daily vlog series, so lovely. She's really into walking, which is something living in the countryside that I'm a bit geeky about. I absolutely love walking, and her content is just beyond just soothing and lovely. I'd really urge everybody, even if you're not a crafter, look up her lifestyle channel. She even shares lovely recipes and things. It's just brilliant.
And she's one of those people where I actually, you know, watching her vlogs and her videos, it feels like she's like a friend, even though
it does. I have to sometimes remind myself. We talk about her quite a lot. That sounds really creepy. Sorry, Ali, if you ever see this, I'm so sorry. But we talk about her as if she is a friend of ours because we relate so much to so much of what she says.
And it's really validating to have a sort of like-minded friend out there. And I've done that deliberately because that's my first a suggestion there is Like-Minded Friends, the podcast, which is an audio podcast. It's Tom Allen and Susie Ruffle, and to be honest, they just have a chat, a lovely chat. It's a sort of queer-friendly space, but you don't have to be part of that community to enjoy it. And again, they feel like friends, and it's really lovely to just kind of eavesdrop on their chats.
I mean, they are actual celebrities, so it's possibly less likely that we are actually ever going to be their like-minded friends, but we can dream.
We can dream.
We're going to see Susie on tour.
Oh, we are. I forgot that.
And make friends with her. It's also camp and hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We barely laughed out loud this morning listening to it.
It is absolutely brilliant. So, I mean, both of those are actually probably shared recommendations. Yeah. We both love both of those.
Shockingly, we agree on something.
Shocking. What's your number 2?
So my second one is the breathing app, actually. So this is Jack and I both sort of over the years had varying degrees of sort of yoga practice in terms of how much or little we're actually doing the physical practice, but it's certainly a kind of mental and physical, spiritual thing that we go back and forth, but always engaged on some level. And a teacher from the Ashtanga sort of community, which is one which we're part of, called Eddie Stern. He's a wonderful and fantastic man. Even if you're not sort of traditionally into yoga, sorry about my ceiling that sounds like it's going to fall in, I am fairly reassured it's not. He has done a huge amount of research on the nervous system and the vagus nerve and all sorts of very, very sort of scientific based but really interesting sort of ways to regulate the body. And he has a wonderful book called One Simple Thing, which I have read precisely one chapter of, which is why I don't really know what I'm talking about. But he's developed this app, and it is such a simple concept, which is that there is one high note and then one low note. And when you hear the high note, you breathe in. And when you hear the low note,
you breathe out. And there is also a visual that goes with that.
There is.
It's not just the sound.
If you don't like closing your eyes.
I like to watch the little visual, which is like a little bubble that grows and shrinks.
And the point of it really, which I didn't explain at all well, is that you can change the length of the breath so that you don't sort of hyperventilate or pass out. But all of the different sort of breath cycle timings are designed to regulate your body and calm you down. So we actually use it for a minute before we start the podcast, so we're incredibly, this is the calm version of us. But for anybody, just because so many people wrote back and sort of sounded like they had similar wired brains to us, I think it's something we both, as we said last time, find it quite difficult to sort of sit still and relax, whatever this concept is. But having something to follow, I find really useful. Yeah. It's wonderful. It's terribly soothing. Oh, lovely. It
kind of becomes a bit of a guided meditation, I think.
Yes.
But my number 2 nice thing is it's another book series. I know I recommended a book series last time, but here we are again. It's called, well, the first book is called A Marvellous Light, and it's a sort of romantasy. Again, it's LGBT. The series focuses on different couples of different genders, but yeah, the first book in particular, it's really, really enjoyable because it's a universe in which there is magic, but it's set in the Edwardian period, so everybody is really like
wearing fancy clothes,
very polite, and it's very funny and very endearing. So yeah, I would recommend that if anyone else enjoys a bit of romantasy.
Get involved.
It does get a bit spicy, just so you know.
Woo woo.
Yeah, that's number 2. What's your number 3?
So my final one is just, it's a recommendation of a TV series. It is not a serious series in any way. I don't have time for serious in my life at the moment. It's called Superstore. It's on Netflix. It's actually a few years old now, and it's done that thing where I would say there are potentially a few more series than it needed. That sounds very rude, but I'm now on the sort of 5th, 6th, 7th series, and it's still nice and funny, but it's, you know, the first couple of series are really, really, really good. It's very gentle comedy. It's incredibly, surprisingly set in a superstore in America. It's just a gentle comedy, and it's very sweet, and the characters are quite sort of nice and I was going to say relatable. They're sort of not really relatable because they're, of course, sort of slight caricatures, but it's very nice sort of light entertainment, I would say, for those of us who don't have a sort of long evening to watch films and things at the moment, due to small people who need to be got to sleep.
Also, America Ferrera, isn't it?
Yes,
absolutely
she's one of the main characters. She's fantastic.
I mean, if you loved Ugly Betty, then you'll know that she was the star of that, and she's brilliant. Yeah.
I'm nodding. I've never seen it, but yes. But yeah, it's light entertainment, but it's very sweet. So
it's really good. I'm also going to recommend a TV program, and unfortunately I can't remember which channel it's on.
That wasn't either of us. Just just to confirm.
The programme is called Outrageous. It's only just kicked off, so it's very new, but
You're so current.
I thought that you might actually be interested in it because it is a comedy, but it is about the Mitford sisters and the kind
One of them's called Jessica.
and they're kind of, you know, how their family grew and changed during the 1920s and 30s.
Interesting.
It is funny. It's got Bessie Carter from Bridgerton in it.
I nearly recommended Bridgerton, and then I thought, who on this earth hasn't watched it already?
Surely. Yeah, big Bridgerton fans as well, but that's kind of a bonus, isn't it?
I actually might have to. I might have to start again for about the 14th time and watch the whole thing.
You know what?
Or just series 3, or just series 2.
Series 2 is the one I've watched the most because it's just absolutely peak.
It's possibly not something to watch with your in-laws.
Oh,
for instance.
really not. So that's the 3 nice things.
Lovely. 6 nice things, really, because you get a bonus
yes.
from both of us. I haven't actually talked at any length today about how rubbish I am at maths, but as you can see, I've clearly improved because I can count to 6 now. I have to say that blanket, the ripple blanket. I mean, it's humbling how many thousands of times I had to rip back because I couldn't do 4 stitches in a row. But you know what was lovely was that quite a large proportion of people wrote back and said, I also can't count to 4. So, yay, we're in it together. Maybe we need merch that says can't count to 4. But that would be very niche, wouldn't it?
You'd think, but maybe more popular than we realise.
Maybe.
But yeah, just another massive thank you from us both to finish off, and yeah,
Hopefully
it's just been amazing to connect with you and feeling really embraced by the community has been amazing.
It really has. It's quite genuinely an honour and a privilege. It's something that we never could have imagined would... I mean, sorry, my stomach's rumbling. It's the kind of thing where we were like, oh, in a year's time when we reach 1,000 subscribers, maybe we'll do a giveaway. And then in one episode, we reached over 1,000 subscribers. And it's just so amazing. We're genuinely amazed. And so heartened, and we feel so loved. So thank you so much. We would love it if you write back, tell us how you're doing. I'm sorry I'm a bit behind with the comments because my life is a little bit of a shambles at the moment, in a nice way, but I will get to everybody's comment. We will try and reply to everything if we can. If we get too many, we will heart everything. So if we've hearted your comment, is that the right terminology?
Yes.
Then we have read it. Let us know where you're from, what you're knitting on.
Yes.
Hopefully this episode hasn't been a crushing disappointment compared to the success of the last one, and if it has, then all we can say is it's really hot and we're sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
very hungry.
Second album syndrome, what can you do?
The 3rd album will be glorious.
But
Maybe I'll have finished my Mountain Mist.
Maybe.
No, that's ridiculous.
Maybe though, maybe we should think about a giveaway soon.
Yes, I genuinely, well also my stash is ridiculous, so I definitely hundo P have something that I could donate to someone who would actually use it, because I don't want it to sit there.
I've got some really lovely things in my stash that
stash.
I'm paralysed by how lovely it is and don't know what to do with it.
Maybe one of you could do something with it.
Yes.
Watch this space. Maybe we'll do a giveaway next time. Okay,
that'd
3rd
be good.
episode giveaway.
Hopefully it'll be less hot and we'll be less shiny. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Oh, my hair clip just fell out. I thought it was a spider and nearly had a heart attack. That would have been a fun twist.